Thank you, Zach. I appreciate that. Very nice to be here. And, the weather has cleared up here. Still a little bit of an overcast and some breeze here, which is very refreshing because it was kind of hot earlier on today. But there is a new pitcher on the mound for the South. It'll be Kellen Tullio. He's another lefty. He'll deal to Troy Schreffler, and he fouls it away 0-1.
Yeah, playing here at home, representing the Newport Gulls, and he has been the best pitcher on the Newport Gulls this season. 6 games, 4 starts, 23 innings pitched, 29 strikeouts for Tullio, an NECBL Pitcher of the Week.
Schreffler struck out in his first at-bat as he takes a fastball outside, and the count's now 1-1.
Yeah, one more thing on Tullio. He 10 strikeouts in a start, became the first Gulls pitcher since 2017 to do that. Had 9 in the next one.
There's the pitch out of the windup, and it's in there for a called strike. Count now 1-2 to Troy Schreffler from the University of Maryland. A rising junior over there. And the fastball is high and outside, 2-2. It looked like Tullio might have lost his footing on the mound, a mound that he's certainly familiar with, pitching here at Cardines Field with the Newport Gulls. Schreffler batted .275 with 1 home run, 7 runs batted in with Maryland as he strikes out there. So mark that down as a strikeout for Tullio, the first batter he faces, and Schreffler gone for the second time tonight.
Yeah, 29 strikeouts for Tullio, 1 right away there. I've been really impressed by it. It took him a little bit to get his footing here in Newport with the Gulls, but has been money for this team and has really become the ace of the staff. And a nice job there to strike out the first batter.
Pitching to a 1.56 earned run average this year for the Gulls as Alan Roden swings to the first pitch and fouls it down the left field line out of play as Honeyman was over for a look. So that's well out of play, 0-1. Tullio stands at 6'3", 210 from the University of Louisville. He's made 4 starts this year and 6 overall appearances. Hasn't given up more than 1 run in any of his outings. Certainly one of the best pitchers in the NECBL. Pitch to Alan Roden is in there for a called strike. Count now 0-2 as Roden is up for the second time tonight. He got hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. How about the South going with 3 straight lefties to open up the game? This is a lefty-filled lineup for the North. 2-strike pitch, fouled off his foot over the dugout, and the count stays 0-2. Alan Roden, a member of the Upper Valley Nighthawks. Used his redshirt option during the 2019 season as a member of the Creighton Blue Jays. Curveball, and that hits Alan Roden again. 2 hit-by pitches in this game, and both of them are against Alan Roden, so he's down first base.
Yeah, looked like it softly bounced off of the arm there at 78 miles an hour. Of course, no intent from Kellen Tullio on the curveball, but you can get away from you like that sometimes.
Yeah, halfway down to first base, he held up his hands to the dugout, kind of like, what do I need to do to just get in that bat? But he's down at first base, and now here is Dan DiGiorgio. And first pitch to the tall shortstop is fouled back to the screen, and the count's 0-1. DiGiorgio grounded into a 6-4-3 double play on the first pitch he saw back in the second inning. Member of the Keene Swamp Bats, goes to Rutgers University. Tullio comes set. Here's the pitch, a little low. Counts 1-1 as Roden exercises his lead at first base. Roden a decent-sized lead, and the pitch is in there for a called strike. Count is now 1-2 to Dan DiGiorgio. Giorgio, a career .282 hitter at Rutgers University, heading into his 4th year. Says the best player he's ever competed against was Max Mayer. And throw over to first base, runner back. And for those of you that don't know, Max Mayer, currently a member of the Marlins organization, right. The 3rd best prospect over there, hard-throwing right-hander.
Yeah, number 3 overall pick out of the University of Minnesota, and for the Marlins, that's one of the pitchers they're really excited about.
And here's the pitch. Roden goes from first. Throw is outside as the throw down to second base, and it's not in time. Alan Roden steals second base. He was inching off of first base, extending his lead every single time that Tulio was throwing, and he finally picked the right pitch to go on.
Yeah, had a healthy lead over there at first base despite working with a lefty on the mound, but this is what he's done this year, leading the NECBL in stolen bases, and got a great jump there.
So Roden at second base as Tulio comes set. It'll be a 2-2 count on Dan DeGiorgio. The 2-2 is lined to deep left center field. Center fielder Walsh is over in the gap, and he makes the grab. Back to second base is Roden as DeGiorgio put a charge into that one, but Walsh was playing deep enough, and he was over there to make the relatively easy catch.
Yeah, put a charge, was right, hit it well into center field, and with Roden playing halfway, it was going to be tough anyway to try to get to third on a ball to left, and for Tulio, just need one more out.
So 2 outs here in the top of the third inning, 3-1. The North is leading. They scored all 3 of their runs in the second inning. Had 4 straight hits, lead to 4 straight runs. The batter now, Parker Haskin, catcher for the North. He showed out defensively as the pitch is in the dirt. Nice block by Jack Payton, and the count's 1-0. Haskin has thrown out 2 base runners already in the first 2 innings.
Yeah, both at third base and both just great throws to get 2 pretty good base runners.
Top 5 hitter in the NECBL as well. Pitch is hit on the ground to the right side. Second baseman Naves over to his left, has it, and he throws to first base to retire the side. And that'll do it for the North here in the top of the third, but they get a base runner and they strand a runner at second base as we head to the bottom of the third inning here at Cardines Field in the All-Star game. It is 3-1 in favor of the North. You're listening to the NECBL Broadcast Network. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that as we head to the bottom of the third inning here at Cardines Field in the 2021 NECBL All-Star Game. Quintin Pelzel, Zach Letson with you as the North will send yet another pitcher to the mound. Third one in 3 innings. It'll be Zachary Davidson, the left-hander from Lincoln Trail College. He has made 7 starts on the season for the Swamp Bats and a very big number in the strikeout department. 39 for him in only 27 innings pitched, 19 walks, and 18 hits given up. Another lefty that we've seen in this game. Last appearance came 3 days ago against the Winnipesaukee Muskrats. Went 2 1/3 innings pitched, 4 runs given up, 4 hits, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. And he will deal to the number 9 hitter in the lineup, Mason LaPlante. Then we're back to the top of the order with Sam Cochran and Travis Honeyman.
Yeah, both of these teams going to big strikeout guys here in inning number 3 with the Newport Gulls, Kellen Tulio, and the Keene Swamp Bats, Zachary Davidson. And this is what we get a new treat every inning with a new pitcher in every frame.
The Yale infielder as the pitch is up high, and the count's 1-0 to LaPlante. Baseball freshman All-American back in school. And the pitch is in there for a strike. The count is 1-1. LaPlante, a line drive, base hit hitter. Also garnered NECBL Player of the Week honors. Member of the Valley Blue Sox. As Davidson is out of the windup and the pitch is outside and the count's 2-1.
Yeah, one of the games, maybe the biggest game that garnered him that NECBL Player of the Week honors. Coming here at Cardines Field, it was a 12-10 win for the Gulls, but LaPlante shined 4 for 5 day with a home run over that fence in dead center.
Swung on and missed a fastball, and the count's 2-2. With Davidson, he does not throw anything too overpowering. Has a fastball that is in the mid-80s, but somehow, some way, he does end up throwing it by you. That's why those strikeout numbers are up. Also has a great off-speed pitch in that breaking ball. See the fastball here, it's popped up on the right side of the infield. Vieira calling for it. Now he gives way to Marty, who's now drifting into the second base territory and makes the grab for the first out here in the bottom of the third.
I was getting his steps in right there. Had to cover ground, kind of, like you said, kind of where Vieira usually would be, but kudos on them for communicating, because that easily could have gone wrong, and they end up making the play.
There's a little wind here at Cardines Field. There's always some wind in a draft here, especially behind us with the tarps up covering the windows, but you can see the trees out in left center field. They are moving for sure, so there's a little gust. I wonder if it had any influence on that ball there, as Sam Cochran is the batter, and the first pitch is outside. Counts 1-0. Cochran began the bottom of the first inning with a single. He then reached second on a wild pitch and then was caught stealing on a nice throw by Parker Haskin, the catcher from the Upper Valley Nighthawks. Count is quickly 2-0 on Sam Cochran.
Yeah, right off the bat, first at bat for Cochran, and looking for their first hit since the South All-Stars.
They've had a couple base runners since then as well, just no hits, as it's a lefty-lefty matchup. Hit high in the air to deep right field, sending the right fielder Roden back at the track. Leaps in, it's off the top of the wall. Roden will go in and grab it. Rounding second, heading for third is Cochran. Here's the throw into third. It's cut off, and on at third with a one-out triple is Sam Cochran.
He is fired up over at third base. This is a guy who has been a hit machine for the Newport Gulls. We haven't really seen him tap into this extra base power, and he really got a hold of that baseball. His first triple this summer with the Newport Gulls come in the All-Star game. That's got to be a sweet feeling.
Yeah, you hit it right around where that 318 sign is, out in right field. And that's the first extra base hit of the game for either side. Belongs to Sam Cochran. And he's had an influence on this game already. His second hit. South only has 2 hits on the game, both of them belonging to Sam Cochran. So now the batter is Travis Honeyman, who has all the talent in the world, leading the NECBL in batting average with that runner at third base. Less than 2 away. The first pitch is low, blocked by Haskin, and the count's 1-0. Honeyman struck out in his first at-bat, facing Mike Bachicha, who went 1 inning and gave up 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. No runs given up. Here's the pitch. Ryan's a little high. Counts 2-0 on that breaking ball from Davidson. Jackson Emis was the second pitcher used by the North. He went an inning, gave up 1 run. It was unearned. 1 walk and 1 strikeout, and now here's Zach Davidson in the 3rd inning. Comes set with Cochran at third base. Honeyman the batter. The pitch swung on and missed. The fastball. Got a pitch to hit there. Just came up empty. 2-1. 88 miles an hour on that fastball from Davidson. That's about where he's going to top out at. Comes into this game with 39 strikeouts on the season. The most strikeouts in a game came on June 24th when he had 9 5 2/3 innings pitched against the Upper Valley Nighthawks. Davidson comes set, the 2-1, and that is just below the knees as Haskin waited a couple extra seconds to frame that pitch for Joe Gravino, the home plate umpire, but he wasn't having any of it. It's 3-1.
Yeah, and he's facing a guy at the plate who doesn't strike out a lot. Part of the reason why he's had such an impressive summer, Travis Honeyman with the Ocean State Waves, just 10 of them in 67 at-bats.
Score is 3-1 with a runner at third base. South trying to chip away at the North lead. Here's the 3-1, and that is going to be in there for a strike. 3-2. A nice fastball on the outer part of the plate. That'll be a full count pitch. On deck for the South will be Jack Payton. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning here in the 2021 NECBL All-Star Game. The North leading this one 3-1, but they're threatening to get on the board again. The pitch fouled away off to the right side. That'll go out of play under the road that is behind us. Count stays 3-2. Honeyman's played in 20 games for Ocean State. Won the Week 1 NECBL Player of the Week. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. How about that? The best hitter in the NECBL in terms of average has struck out now twice. This time coming with a runner at third base and less than 2 away. And now here is Jack Payton.
Yeah, and how about Davidson really slowing things down there? Went 77 up top, and Honeyman just couldn't weigh back on it.
So now Payton is the last chance to see if they can get Cochran home from third. He's 90 feet away as the outfield is straight away. The infield is back. Davidson with a runner at third base. He will be working out of the stretch, and the first pitch to Payton is outside, and the count's 1-0. Davidson not missing by much with that fastball, as you see Payton out of Louisville. Right-hand hitter, native of Illinois. Pitch, and that is just off the plate, and the count's 2-0. That's back-to-back pitches that are just missing the corner. Jack Payton, the catcher at Louisville, his teammate, got drafted first overall this past week by the Pittsburgh Pirates. Henry Davis, the pitch, is in there for a strike, and the count's 2-1.
Yeah, and Payton, the heir apparent, of course, playing the catcher position for Louisville, and Davis had a great season, and Payton didn't really get his chance to shine with Louisville, but has taken advantage of his chance to shine here with the Danbury Westerners, having a great season and earned that 3 spot in the lineup.
It'll be a 2-1. Good hitters count for Payton. And the pitch is in there for a strike, 2-2. I'll tell you what, Davidson is right around the strike zone with all of his pitches. And when he does miss, it's not missing by much. So Sam Cochran is at third base. He reached there on a triple. The 2-2 is in the dirt, blocked by Haskin. They'll appeal down to first. They say no swing. And the count is now 3-2 with 2 outs. On deck, Ryan Hernandez, the first baseman for the South.
Yeah, one thing that's cracking me up as we get a look at Cochran, someone who swiped second on a wild pitch, tried stealing third, and ran all the way to third on a triple. Not the cleanest of jerseys over there at third base.
No, we're not even 3 innings into this game. Pitch is high and outside, ball 4. Great at bat by Jack Payton as he prolongs the inning. So he's down to first base. Cochran's still at third, and now here comes the cleanup hitter and Ryan Hernandez.
Yeah, it's a great at bat by great plate appearance rather by Jack Payton to earn a walk. That's what he's done tonight. Pair of walks for the catcher for the South, and you make way for a guy who's got a lot of pop, and earlier this week had a grand slam.
A lot of pop. Hernandez from the University of Houston leads the Martha's Vineyard Sharks in batting average, batting .310 with 7 home runs. Also leads them in that department and leads them in the RBI department with 28. Certainly carrying that offense as he swings to the first pitch and grounds it to the third baseman, Garrick Anglin. He fields it and throws on to first base to retire Hernandez. So the South, they threaten as they get 1 hit. They strand 2 base runners. Well into the top of the 4th inning here at Cardines Field. It is 3-1 in favor of the North. You're listening to the NECBL Broadcast Network.